Hey, welcome back to Tammy Beauty Tutorials. Today, because I got this request from a wonderful subscriber, I thought I would do this video today. So I'm going to tell you what palettes that I do have, and I'm going to kind of count backwards. And I do love all my palettes, but all of my love and all of them I do use, but I'm going to start out like, kind of the ones I don't use as much to the ones that are like my favorites, and I'm sure you can guess what my number ones are, you know, because I feel like you kind of probably seen enough videos by now to know which ones I kind of gravitate more use of them. So it's probably not going to be a shock of what my number ones are, and I'll kind of tell you the price of them, and what I like, what attracted to them, to why I bought them, basically. So let's just get started on this, okay? So I'm going to start out, like I said, I'm going to start out with kind of like the one I don't use as much, and I haven't had it very long, so I really haven't had the opportunity to use it this much. And I really do love this palette. I just don't think I've had the opportunity to use it, and I feel like I'm going to use it a lot more in the summertime. But we'll see. Who knows? But I do think for the price, it really was worth the purchase. So it's the Spicy You Betcha from Tarte. So it has really cute packaging. It has like hot peppers, and it does have a cute little mirror. I'm not gonna show you because it will blind you. But these are the colors. So for the price, it's $24, and for the price, that is really, I feel like, is really a good price for how many shades are in it. And the shades, Tarte does have really great shadows, and I'll kind of swatch a few. So there is some swatches. So really good colors, and they blend really good. And it's not that I haven't used this because I don't care for it. It's just, I have some other palettes that have similar shades, and I think I just gravitate to those more. But I do feel like I will be using it. I kind of got it. This is going to sound so stupid. The reason why I got it is because I got it for my work, and the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs were, going to the Super Bowl. And so I got it basically for that. Because it had like reds and golds and yellows. And so I was like, ooh, I could do a great Chiefs look with that. And so that is kind of why I got it, because we were having Chiefs Fridays. And so yeah, right. So that's kind of why I got it. So, during football season and, in summer, I feel like I will use it more than what I am right now. So, but for $24, that was really a good buy. Okay, so the next one is Huda Beauty Nude Palette, and this was $65. And I feel like sometimes when I put palettes up, like my camera, it gets weird. Okay, with the yellow. Okay, so anyway, so it's a really beautiful palette, and I do really like this palette, but I don't gravitate it to as much, because I feel like there's some other palettes that have similar shades that I prefer better. They does blend really nice. I just feel like, I don't know, I do love it, but one thing I do not like about it is I really do like to have a smokier eye, and I feel like that there's not the deeper shades that I like as much. But the glitters are really fun, and I do think that I get more use out of the glitter shades in it. Let me see. But, you know, it's not bad. She does have, her palettes do have a lot of fallout, I think. But that is the swatches from that one. I mean, I have used it a little bit more than what I was using it lately, just from some of the videos that I've been shooting, but I haven't used it as much. And it is $65, like I said, so that is more of a splurge. So make sure you want that palette, because like I said, that is a splurge. So I would say make sure you really love that palette before you buy it, and make sure you have more than a couple of looks in mind. And when you are gravitating to a $65 palette versus like a $24 palette, because a $24 palette, you're going to get your money's worth out of it a lot more than a $65 palette when you don't use it as much. So that is my suggestion on that. Okay, so moving on. So Morphe, this is the 35M Boss Mood palette, and it is a $25 palette, but right now if you go to Morphe, they have it on sale for $16. So that is a super good deal. Look how many shades you get. And Morphe is really good. I love them because you get a lot. Even not on sale, you get a lot for your money. So this is the full palette. You don't get a mirror, but you can have a stand-up mirror. You can buy your mirror. You don't necessarily need a mirror to come with your palette, you know, because that would be really bulky with this big of a palette. The shades are really good. The glitters are pretty good. You do get a lot of bang for your buck on Morphe palettes. So let me swatch a couple. Different shades. So those are just some different shades. I did a glitter, some green, and I do think that they look really nice on the eye, and I do think that they blend out really good. I do use this one quite a bit. You know, I think my husband got it for me for Christmas or something, or my birthday. I can't remember which holiday he got it for me. I know he got it for me for like my birthday, maybe one of the things. Anyway, but I really do like that one, and I think Morphe, if you want a nice palette that has a lot of versatility and not wanting to spend a whole lot of money, Morphe is a really good way to go, because you do really get a lot of bang for your buck. And right now, like I said, that one is $16 on sale. I do not know how long this sale lasts, so check it out right now. And then this one is also Morphe, and it's the 35V, the Stunning Vibes, and it's normally $25, and it is also on sale for $16. So this one is also on sale, and so this one also has a lot of options. It has, and that's one thing also about Morphe, you have like transitional shades, you have base shades, and then you have pops of color, and then you also have darker colors. So that's one thing I really do like. You have a mixture of everything. So you only need to open up one palette. You don't really have to dive into extras to create a look. And for traveling, these travel well, and you only need one palette. Like, you could totally take one palette with you for a week and not create the same look and be fine. Now this palette, my youngest son, actually picked this out for Mother's Day, and I thought it was so cute that he picked me out a palette for Mother's Day because, he was so excited to do that. So I will probably keep this one forever, even when it expires, just because he picked it out. But those are the shades, and they are really pretty, and they work really nice. But yeah, I'll probably keep that one even long after it expires. And that's one thing also I like about palettes. Like, they say palettes last about 2 years once you open them. So you do have a long time to use a palette before they say it goes bad. So, you don't have to like worry, mascara doesn't last so long. So I do feel like you get, I'm more willing to splurge on a palette because of that than I'm more willing to splurge on a really expensive mascara or a lipstick, because you don't get as long as a life on a palette. On that kind of stuff as you do a palette. Okay, so the next one is the Sigma Enchanted. They don't just make brushes, which their brushes are amazing. Their brushes are a little more expensive, but totally worth it if you are willing to splurge on a set of brushes. Totally do that. But their eyeshadows are also amazing. This palette is so pretty. It has a mirror, and the packaging is really cute. If you can not see the glare, it's Enchanted. And this one's really cute. The shades are really pretty. I love this one. It has a lot of things. I do wish it had a little more mattes than it does, because it has a lot of shimmers. I love having a lot of mattes to work with and not as many shimmers. I feel like I can create more of a look when I have a lot of mattes to work with. But I do get a lot of use out of this one. Let me show you what it is about. I actually used this the other day in the No Mirror video. So this was the palette that I was using, and as you can tell, it is a beautiful, beautiful palette. Even though the look did not turn out very good, it wasn't because the palette's not beautiful, it was because I was using No Mirror. But it wasn't the palette's fault. It was, the person working. And that one is $49. So I feel like that is a good price for a palette. Like I said, I'm more willing to spend a little more on a palette because, for one, how long you can use it, and also how many shades are in the palette. I feel like that is a good palette. And the shades, they blends beautifully. If you have not tried Sigma, it is a good palette. Okay, so the next one is the Carli Bybel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Cute packaging. So I'm sure everybody knows who she is and knows about this collaboration. And this is such a cute palette. And the colors are really, really pretty. And I love it. I think that she did such a good job picking out the shades that she did for this palette, and their collaboration was beautiful. I think everything in here is really good. I do wish that there was a deeper shade than that, because I like having a little bit of a deeper shade, like when I do like a smoky eye. That's just me. There is nothing, there's just swatches. There's nothing wrong with that. The palette, I like having a little bit of a deeper shades to, like, you know, like smoke out a look, or to deepen up that outer V. But that's just my preference. That's not saying, oh, this palette's bad, or that palette's bad, or that's a deal breaker for me. Okay, so this next palette is a Kylie palette from Ulta, but they do no longer make this one, and it was an Ulta exclusive. But I'm showing it to you anyway, just because the subscriber wanted to see all the palettes that I had. So, and I try not to like use this in a lot of videos, because I know that nobody can buy this anymore. But I just wanted you guys to see it, because this is one of the palettes that I do have. So this was the holiday, and it was an Ulta exclusive. It's really pretty, and I'm not going to swatch it since nobody can purchase it, but her formula I do like, and I will probably get another Kylie palette, and I do like her liquid lips, so I do think that she does have a really good brand, and I would like to try some more stuff from her line. And so yeah, this is, and I got it for my birthday. So my husband and my kids know me well, because that's what I always ask for my birthday and for Christmas, is makeup. Palettes. A lot of palettes for my birthday. But then, yeah, so that one was like an Ulta exclusive, so you can no longer get that one. So I don't know the price. I could not find it anywhere. You maybe could find it like on eBay or something, but I could not find it, so I did not list that as a price. But but you could probably find, so similar shades or something, or try another one of her palettes. But yeah, so Kylie Cosmetics, she does have some really good palettes. The formula is really nice. So moving on, this is Anastasia. The next one is Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. This one is $42, and I love this. I think this is a really good palette for every day. You can do a lot of versatility with it. It does have a little bit of pop of color, but nothing crazy. So if you are kind of scared of like crazy pops of colors, especially like in some of those Morphes, or like this Spicy You Betcha, and sorry, my palettes were like falling over that I put in my cart. So if you're crazy, like doesn't want anything crazy, and you want something more neutrals, this is a great palette for you, because it's very neutral, but it does have like a little bit of pops of colors, but nothing super crazy, and you can do a lot of different things with this. And the blend on it is so good, and it is totally worth $42. I love it. I think the blend is really good. The pigment is really good. And I do have a dupe for it if you don't want to spend $42. It's Wet n Wild Rose in the Air. So there is a good dupe for it. And I also think there is another dupe, and I believe it is by Makeup Revolution. Don't quote me on that one, because I haven't tried that dupe, but I do know that Rose in the Air by Wet n Wild is a good dupe. So let me swatch this one for you. And I like this one a lot because it does have some shimmers, but it has like a lot of mattes, so you can really do a lot of good looks with it, and it's just so pretty on. It blends really pretty. It's just a really good palette. But I think definitely for those girls that want something really nice, luxurious, but not too luxurious and not too crazy on colors, Modern Renaissance is definitely a good palette for you. $42, check it out. Okay, so the next one is Tasha Denona, The Sunrise. And anybody that knows anything about palettes or knows anything about like Tasha Denona, she's known for having super good formula in her palettes. And her packaging is super good. I mean, this is super, my prints on it, it's just super nice packaging. It's just amazing. I mean, it has a nice mirror on it. And her formulas are so good. Actually, that is what I have on today. And I love it. I reach for this a lot. This palette is actually $65. This is probably one of her most inexpensive, bigger palettes. She does have minis that are like $25. And I think that I want to get some of them because most of her palettes are $125. So this is one of her cheapest bigger size palettes other than her minis. Her bigger palettes, like I said, run for $125 because her formula is outstanding. It's so good. I mean, this is one of her shimmers. It's so creamy. You probably can't see that on my skin very well because I'm so fair. But that is like a good highlight. This one's a little better. So creamy. And then the mattes. This one's so pretty. So good. And they blend out so good. It's just, you can definitely see and understand why her stuff is they're so pigmented. Even like this is kind of more of a base shade, and it is so pigmented. Even on my fair skin, that is so pigmented for a base shade. It is so pigmented. You can see why her stuff is so expensive. And I've heard her blush is really good, and her whole line is like extremely good, but extremely expensive. So definitely a splurge. Big time splurge. But, you know, I love this. I think this is definitely was worth this $65. Now, I don't know if I would commit to the $125, but I did notice that some of her palettes were on sale right now. So they're still expensive. So check that out at Sephora for right now. If you want to splurge, check out Sephora because some of her stuff is on sale. Her stuff is amazing. So that being said, her stuff is amazing. Okay, so Anastasia Beverly Hills is the next one, and this is the Norvina, the Volume 3. And this one is $60 also. But you get, I mean, this is like, oh my gosh, the packaging is so beautiful. And I just love the shades. And this one is like, kind of centers around fall. And I just think this is such a good idea. And it has a huge mirror. I'll try not to blind everybody, but okay. And so the shades are kind of centered around fall, and that's the theme for this palette is Fall Colors. And then there's a volume 1 and a volume 2. Like I said, this one's volume 3. And after having this one, and the shades are so good, I am totally want volume 1 and volume 2. Because I feel like this one needs its sisters. It needs its older sisters. So I am totally going to have to get the other ones. I don't know when they're on my list of palettes to buy. You know, because, you know, my collection totally needs like 2 more palettes. And more. Because I have a lot of other palettes that I need also on my list to buy. That's just, yeah. I'm sure you guys don't want me to go through all my list of palettes that I need. And my husband also watches this sometimes and say, oh, he's probably like cringing when I say, oh, I need more palettes. So these are some of the swatches for this palette. The shades are really bright and beautiful, and they blend out really nice. I love using this one. I reach for it a lot, especially like I'm sure you've seen when I do my Disney looks. I have reached for this. It's just really beautiful. The shimmers are beautiful. The mattes are beautiful. It blends so well, and I can't wait to get more from the Norvina line. So good. So good. But if you are scared of bright colors, probably stay away from the Norvina line, because those are so bright, and there is not really any neutral shades in that palette. There might be like 1 or 2, but the other 2 palettes, so volume 1 and volume 2, are just as bright and just as colorful. So Norvina is probably not the volume 1, volume 2, volume 3 are probably not going to be your preferences. I would go more for, you know, like Soft Glam, Modern Renaissance. Volume 1, volume 2 of Norvina, not for you. Those are definitely more artistic palettes that are going to be more for people that want to do very dramatic, creative looks, pops of color. So, just so you know. Okay, so the next one, and so I definitely use Tasha Denona, Anastasia, Norvina a lot, and then the next ones I dip into a lot. They are very well loved. So, and you'll see like I'm hitting pan in a lot of them, the bottom of them, and so, you know, just so you know. So the next one is Jaclyn Hill in the Vault Collection, Ring the Alarm. And so by itself it's $16, or you can buy the whole Vault Collection, and I didn't write that down because I kind of have it broken up. So this one is $16, and this is the Ring the Alarm. And so I love these. I think that they're so beautiful. You can do so many things with, you can totally just use this as one story. You can mix and match. You can do so much. And you know, I am the biggest Jaclyn Hill fan, and I talk about her all the time. I have problems, and I'm okay with those problems. Those are the colors, and her formula is different than the regular Morphe formula. Jaclyn Hill has a separate formula from Morphe formula. So don't be expecting, so if you have Morphe's palettes, her formula is completely different than Morphe's formula. And if you have Jaclyn Hill formula and then you want to go to Morphe, it's a completely different formula. She has her own formula, just so you know. Her mattes are so creamy and so buttery soft, and they just blend so good. I just can't. speak enough about how much I love her palettes from Morphe. Like, I just love them so much. And that is, this one's Ring the Alarm, and it's $16. Okay, and so the next one is Dark Magic, and it's also $16, and it's from the Volt collection. And this is more of like dark greens, and it has blues, and there's some dark browns, and I love it. I think it's just so pretty, and has like, has like a base shade, and it has a dark, so you can do a really smoky green eye with this, and it's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Let me show you some swatches. Oop. Let me find room on my arm. So those are some swatches of Dark Magic. So gorgeous, right? I mean, these are Norvina down here. I'm just running out of room. I'm gonna have to switch to my other arm. But anyway, so they just, I mean, I just can't say enough. I mean, they were just good. They just blend out good. They're so pigmented. I mean, you barely have to dip your brush into them to get color payoff. And that's what I love about them. I actually have a story about that. One time, a friend of mine, she worked at Ulta, and there was like this really good makeup artist that worked for Lancome, and I guess he's like, and he was really good, and I went up there to do a makeup, to get my makeup done by him. You know, you pay so much to, like, you get a gift card through Ulta, and they do it, and then they do an eye makeup look on you, and he did like greens and Lancome eye makeup. By the time I got home, and it was like a green smoky eye, and by the time I got home, it didn't even look like I had any green on. It was just not a lot of color payoff. So I went into the bathroom, grabbed my Dark Magic, and redid it myself with Jaclyn Hill's Dark Magic. And the color just lasted way better than the Lancome. And the Lancome is so much more expensive than the Dark Magic. And I don't mean to be trashing Lancome, because, you know, I'm not about that. I just think for the money, I like that palette a lot better. But Lancome, there's a ton of other stuff I love by Lancome. A ton of other stuff. But that's another video. Okay, so the next one is Armed and Gorgeous by Jaclyn Hill in the Volt collection also. And these are more like yellows and golds, and then there is like a little bit of pop of green, and then there's also a beautiful white highlight color. So pretty. And so I use that one a lot, like if I want, like, you know, a really pretty highlight. So pretty. So pretty. Keep on saying so pretty, so pretty. When I'm describing this, you guys are like, yeah, we get it. So pretty. Stop saying it. I think I already did. Hold on. And I think this palette is so pretty, like in the fall. So to me, it's definitely like fall vibes. So here's the swatches. If I can get focused right. Okay, there we go. So definitely pretty. And like I said, her formula is so good. If you haven't checked it out, You should totally check it out. Check it out. Okay, so the next one, I kind of split up the Jaclyn Hill collection because right now it probably sounds like I'm doing a Jaclyn Hill commercial for Morphe. Yes, it does a little bit. Buy now, 1-800. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this one is by Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2. And the packaging is so pretty. This is Latte 2, and then the shades. And I feel like this one is so good also for people that want more of a neutral look. And it does have a little bit of pop of color, but nothing like Norvina or even like Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. This is like for people that are scared of really, really crazy colors. Even though these two shades are a little crazy, but those are not that bad. Those are very subtle, and they can be made subtle. And you could also, in her whole her thought process is to be, and that's why the pan size are so big, you can use these for other things. Like you can use this as like color correctors. Like if you have, you could use this like if you have redness, you can use that as a color corrector. You can use this, you know, to bake with, because like banana powder, that's what you could use that for. You can use this as blush. So you can use this as like face things and not as eyeshadow. And that was her whole thought process, and her eyeshadow palette in this brand is to use it for other things. And that's why the pan size is so big. And it is $42, and I don't think that's a bad price at all. And then you also have these beautiful dark shades over here, and then you only get 3 shimmers, which I love that. Once again, I love mattes. I think I get a lot more use out of mattes and then a few shimmers than I do out of a palette that's all shimmers and then like 1 or 2 mattes. I'm not going to gravitate to that. That's just me. Maybe other people are different. I don't know. But that's me. Let me show you some swatches. Now, I'm sure I'm going to pull my shoulder. Ooh, let me see if I can pull this down and do some arm swatches. Pull you guys back a little bit. Do a Tati move. Because my arm is getting so covered in palettes, but you know. Okay, so these are some of the shades from the Latte 2 palette. So pretty. Let me bring you in closer if you can see those. They're so pigmented. They blend out so good. And look at those glitter shades. So good. I think the color payoff is amazing. And I would love to try more. This is the only palette I have from her. And I definitely would like to get more. I don't think that there's anything wrong with her line at all. I think they are it's so good. So good. Okay. Break from Jaclyn Hill. Now we're back. Okay, so my next favorite, and I just repurchased this one because my last one, I was hitting pan on pretty much all the shades because it's definitely one of my favorites. I used it all the time, but you know my favorite color is purple. And so I love a good purple smoky eye. It is like my go-to. And this is the palette that I reach more for than Huda Beauty because I feel like this one has way more color payoff than Huda Beauty, and that's why I was kind of like, I can do the same look that I want from Huda Beauty, but I like this one better. And not knocking Huda Beauty, not knocking it. I just feel, and then I just use the glitter when I want the glitter from Huda Beauty, so I kind of combine. So this is the Bling Gloss, and it just looks nice right now because it's brand new. These shades are so beautiful, and I love it. It's like one of my favorites, and it's gonna get as much love as the other one, and I'm just obsessed. Okay, so let's get started on swatching. Because that's why you guys want to watch this video, so you can see some swatches and how these colors perform. So this, so backwards. Right here is Bling Boss. It's hard to twist. There we go. Right there. Let me back up so it gets normal. There we go. They are so pretty. I love this. And I'll do a look just with the Bling Boss so that way you guys can see like my go-to purple smoky eye sometime if you guys want to see that, because you know that's one of my faves. Then the next one, and these two are actually really tied because since I got the volume 2, I reach for this as much as I reach for the volume 1, and so I couldn't decide. But this is volume 2, and I love it. I mean, it is so beautiful. I mean, the shades are amazing. I mean, it's just, I mean, what can you say? It's Jaclyn Hill. There's like great shades for blending. There's great base shades, and then there's like beautiful pops of color. I mean, it's just beautiful. There's like beautiful foils, there's beautiful glitter. I mean, there's just everything. You could just use this palette and be fine. It's amazing. It is everything that you could want and more. I mean, let me see. Right here is volume 2. So volume 2, I reach for that all the time, as you know, because how many videos have I done? And that one is $39, which is an amazing price for that many shades. I think, I mean, I know that there's probably dupes, but really for $39 and that many shades, well, why not get that? I think that is a good deal. I don't really think that there's a reason to get a dupe for that price. I think that is amazing. And the same thing for Morphe's Jaclyn Hill Volume 1. Once again, this is really loved. So don't judge me on how loved this is and how many shades I have hit pan in and how many shades are about to hit pan. This is used. This is like loved. This is loved. Okay, so this is the original Jaclyn Hill Volume 1, and I love this. I mean, as you can tell, I use it all the time, and I'm gonna repurchase it a bazillion times. As long as Morphe makes this one, I'm gonna repurchase it. And what I love about it is that you can do a very neutral eye, but then you can do a really fun look with this. And the formula is, like I've said, Jaclyn Hill did it amazing. her formula is beautiful. I mean, it blends good. It is amazing. I love it. I love it. I mean, there's just nothing else to say. Or I just sound like I could go on and on. Then I just sound like a broken record, and you guys like, we know you like it. So, let me see. So this is volume 1. I mean, those shades, amazing. Amazing. And that is all the palettes that I own currently right now. All of them. And that one's $39. That is an amazing deal for that many shades and how good the formula is. I think really out of all the palettes I own, volume 1 and volume 2 are like my go-to palettes. Like if you really need palettes and you want my suggestion on palettes to buy, those two are like my top 2 to buy. Those two. I'm like, those are the ones I tell people because those are the most versatile, and those are the two that I think that you can get the most bang for your money. They're just amazing. Yeah, those are my palettes. So please like this video if you liked it, if I entertained you just a little bit. Like this video. Please also hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that way you know when I upload. And I will see you guys next time for more videos, and see you next time. Bye.